Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Sharana and welcome back to my channel. So you may have noticed a couple of different things around here. If you're looking at my YouTube channel, you'll see that the header is changed. I had a logo made and it makes me so happy because I finally feel like I have a legit way to bring together my two passions that I'm always talking about, being a woman in STEM and being a lover of doing my nails. So my new tagline, moniker, whatever you want to call it, is the manicured scientist. I have a logo that matches that, and that makes me feel a lot more confident in bringing you different videos when it comes to beauty products, as well as the videos that I do talking about science topics. So if you're interested in learning about beauty, you love learning the science behind different things, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any time I upload. All right, today we are going straight into the manicure side of things and talking about a new collection from Zoya Nail Polish. Now, I received this collection in PR, so thank you so much to Zoya for sending this over to me for me to review. This is their EasyNeon collection. Now, it has been out for a little while, but not too long. These are actually the first neon nail polishes that I've ever used, and they work really well. So actually, they're not the first ones. I have another neon polish that's a gel, but these are the first like regular polishes. But even the gel that I have, it's pretty sheer, like even after building it up for a while, and it looks best if you have a white nail polish base and then put the coat of neon polish on top. You don't have to do that for these polishes, which really excites me that Zoya was able to come up with a formula that actually works. You do get a little bit of visible nail line, just a little bit, which you'll see. I'm going to do swatches for you so you can see what it all looks like. But it doesn't really bother me because it is so opaque. There's just like a tiny little faint line of that visible nail line. Mine is pretty strong anyway, so whatever. You'll see what I'm talking about when I show you the swatches. But yes, this is a 6-piece collection. You're going to get 6 different nail polishes. There is a purple, there's a blue, there's a green, there's 2 pinks. One is a little bit more of a fuchsia shade and one is a little bit more of like a coral pink. And then there's a bright orange. Like I said, they are the EasyNeon collection, so they are all very bright neon shades that were very hard to capture the accurate color on camera. So I tried my best to brighten up the video to match the most accurate like in-person color, but I got it all figured out. I got all the videos and pictures and all the things put together, so I hope that this makes sense. If it does, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. We'll figure this out because I'm so new to this whole recording myself doing nail swatches thing. So if you like this type of content, you want to see more nail swatches on me, on my brown skin, on my short-ish nails, make sure you let me know. You can also go follow me over on Instagram. I do a ton of manicure pictures and cute little reels and things over there. But I think I do want to start doing more of them here on YouTube. That way it's kind of in a more long-lasting format and I can get all of my thoughts out in one place, kind of talk to you about each color, the things that I liked about it, the things that I don't like about it, of each specific polish, and have it just make sense and be in a format that people want to pay attention to, because sometimes super long captions just don't do well on Instagram. So if I make a video about it, hopefully it'll be able to help somebody here. All right, that's enough rambling. Let me go ahead and get over to the swatches. First up is Link. This is the neon green shade. This is the first polish that I swatched, so I actually didn't show the bottle in the beginning. I learned to do that later on. So after one coat, it is very sheer. These polishes do dry matte, so that's why you'll see in between each of these coats why my nail has kind of a matte finish before I go on to the next coat. So that was 2. Here's about to be 3 coats. You can see after 2 it was a kind of opaque. It was getting better, but the third really helps bring it all together. So that is after 3 coats. That is the shade Link. Not my favorite, but it is still nice. Next up is Echo. This is an electric blue shade. It's so pretty. And you can see I now realized that I needed to show you the bottle before doing the swatch. Okay, so 1 coat going on. This one goes on really smoothly. Most of these do. You'll see one that doesn't a little bit later on. But it goes on really smoothly. You can still see a little bit of the tip of my nail through it. So again, I wouldn't recommend wearing these with just 1 coat of polish. 2 is the absolute minimum, but I think 3 is going to give you the best coverage. This is the second coat going on, and you can still see my nail there just a little bit. And then after this third coat, you'll see that it really makes it a lot more opaque. I tend to do the third coat a little bit thicker than the first 2, just to fully get the opacity that I'm looking for. but it doesn't take long to dry and it looks really nice. I didn't get it completely leveled out there because the polish was a little thick, but that's okay. Next up is Banks. This is one of my favorite shades from this collection, this super bright electric purple. Now I will say this is the darkest shade in the collection, which makes it kind of the most likely to become patchy. So I got it on my skin there, but you'll see that I did a couple of strokes there for the first coat, but with the second coat, I didn't have enough polish on the brush itself, so it started to pull up the coat underneath and leave a big patch in the middle. Right there, you can see that. And then I realized I didn't have enough polish on my brush. So I'm trying to go back and fix it a little bit here. It is kind of hard to fix though. I should have just taken off what I did and redid it, but I didn't feel like doing that. So if you end up with that situation and you see that Banks specifically is a little patchy, put a little more polish on your brush each time. Don't be afraid to go a little bit thicker. That'll keep you from dealing with these little patchy spots that I was dealing with here. Otherwise, beautiful color, beautiful coverage on 3 coats. I really like this one. Next up is Oakley. This is your super bright neon orange shade. This one is so much fun. I don't know if I said this before, but this collection comes with Zoya's Z wide brushes, so they fan out pretty wide as you're applying it to the nail, which means you don't need to do that many strokes on each nail to get the coverage you want. I love that so much. My nail beds are a little bit wider, I think, and having the wider brush just helps me get a really smooth finish every time. So this right here is the second coat going on, cleaning up the corner. After 2 coats, you can still see my nail line a little bit, but not too bad. Again, they do dry down to a kind of like a satin matte finish, which is why it looked matte just then. But this third coat going on basically brings it to full opacity. I mean, you could, if you're looking close, you can see the tiniest bit of visible nail line, but for the most part, it's opaque. It's gorgeous. It's a great color, especially for summer. It's so bright. It's so much fun. This is a really fun color. Number 5 is Zelda. This is one of my other favorites from the collection. This is more of a coral pink shade. I kind of think of this one as being in between Oakley, the bright orange, and the one after this called Janie, because it's kind of a mix of that pinky orange color. So one coat is extremely sheer. You can see my nail through it. Wouldn't recommend these with 1 coat, but 2 coats isn't bad. I mean, unless you're looking for that kind of jelly, very, very sheer look, then go for it, but that's not my thing. 2 coats is okay. I always go in with the third for this collection specifically just because they are a little bit more sheer than what I prefer to wear. But yeah, this is one of my favorite colors. I normally don't wear pink polishes, but I think the little bit of coral in this is just so pretty. And again, it's so vibrant and fun. I love it for summer. And the last one is Janie. So this is going to be your super bright fuchsia, like a neon hot pink. Definitely not my style normally, but I think for summer especially, you got to get out your comfort zone a little bit. This is my out of my comfort zone color. Super Barbie bright pink, but it's really, really pretty. 1 coat is super sheer. Going in with the second coat here, a tiny bit thicker. I think I said this before, but the second and third I tend to do just a tiny, tiny bit thicker, a little bit more polish on the brush itself. So that's the second coat there. And then the third coat going on brings it to that full opacity that I like so much. And yeah, like I said, it's just a super bright neon color. You don't need a white base. You can see after 3 coats, I didn't need a white base at all. And it gives you that full color that's so pretty. That's it. Those are the 6 new shades from Zoya in their EasyNeon collection. Perfect for summertime if you are ready for bright colors, ready for warm weather, ready to kind of show off that feeling on your nails. You definitely want to check these polishes out. My favorites personally, if you can't tell, I'm wearing Zelda on my right hand here. That's the more pinky coral shade. And I've got Banks on my left hand because of course I'm going to do the purple. Of course I'm going to do the purple. Actually, before I even knew I was going to get this collection sent to me in PR, when I saw the posting on Zoya's Instagram that they were coming out with this, I saw swatches of the purple nail polish and was like, well, I'm buying that one, of course. And then they sent it over to me. So again, thank you Zoya so much for sending this over. I do like all of the shades. These 2 are my favorites, but they all work very well. I would say the one that I'm like, if I had to rank them 1 through 6, the one that would be number 6 for me would be this green one. This is Link. It does look really nice, but I think just against my skin tone, it's not my favorite. But in general, it is still a good shade. So if you like neon green nail polishes, this is probably going to be a good one for you. It's just not my favorite. Even though I love the color green, this specific shade of green just isn't my favorite on my nails. Now the Zoya polishes, because they are so thick, probably because there's so much pigment in each of these neon colors, it does take a little bit of time for them to level out. So you don't want to go too thick with it. But you still want it to be thick enough that you don't end up having it be too patchy. Otherwise you could end up doing 4 or 5, 6 super thin coats to try to fill in any patches. You don't want that either. You saw that on the purple one. The purple one, I had a little mistake, went a little too thin with the polish on the brush, and it started to take off the polish that was underneath it and looked a little patchy. Also because the purple is just so dark, it took a little while. What's on my nails right now is actually 4 coats of purple because I wanted it to be super opaque. And even looking up close, there are little spots that I can see that are a little bit patchy, but it's not bad. On camera, you can't tell at all, which is really good. So yeah, that's it. Once again, thank you so much to Zoya for sending this over to me. Let me know if seeing these swatches on my hands, I work full-time as a scientist. I gotta put gloves on every day, so my nails can't be but so long. And I've got darker skin. There are a few people that do nail swatches that do have darker skin, which is fantastic, but there's not enough of us, in my opinion. So I'm here to help fill that gap. So yeah, if you like seeing these swatches from me, make sure you hit that subscribe button, follow me over on my Instagram, head over to my blog where you can read all of this in a blog post instead of watching a video if that's not your thing. But if it's not your thing, then how'd you make it this far? Props to you. If there's anything else you want to see from me when it comes to manicure tips, tutorials, swatches, things like that, drop it down in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see more of from me when it comes to the beauty and nail side of this channel. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.